Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. No questions in front of me.
You need my speed?
Yes, please.
Oh, yes.
And it's,
Here we go.
It's kind of range as well today.
We'll be here all afternoon with the nursery cheers.
Hey, don't kid yourself with it. Fast forward.
I do have one question myself. Why did they remove Stevie from this chair? Because last time, when you talked about your high hopes or not so high hopes for making it to 2030, you were in this seat next to me. Did they think it was a jinx or something?
Well, maybe.
Should they give it to Ali?
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
It's a strange seat.
But it's a weird seat as a host as well, because you know you have to go to that person, but it feels...
Just to let you know, okay, you don't have to come to me. You can just, you can just have conversations all you want down that way.
Okay, all right, lads.
All right.
Who has a better shot to make it out of the group, PSG or Man United?
PSG.
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 Stevie, many ex-players struggle with the transition from player to coach and the powerlessness they feel after kick-off. How did you cope with this?
It depends on the makeup of your team. Regardless of what league you're in, if you've got a team that's got a chance of winning the game, then it's you're coaching, you're just getting on with the game and changing it or whatever. The problem is when you've got a team that you know isn't good. It's horrendous. There's nothing from the start to the finish that's enjoyable about it, because you know at any second it will go completely wrong because you've got too many guys in your team who will mess up from nowhere.
Stevie, just a quick question on that. What was more challenging when you have a team that you know struggles? Game day or the whole training during the week, knowing full well that no matter what you did and what you put together, you still were going to struggle on the weekend?
No, game day, because you can mask stuff in training. See, the thing is, if you've got a majority of players that are just not good enough to be playing where you are, you can mask it all right. You'll never mask it from the guys that know what they're doing, because they'll feel it and see it every day. But the majority will not see it. They'll still run around, have a smile, you know, and a training will be somewhat okay. And I mean okay, I don't mean great or enjoyable or anything else. But on game day, there's nowhere to hide on game day. Once you're out in the middle, you can't hide. Everything you've got or you ain't got shows.
Yeah, my question was more along the lines of like, you're putting together a training session and you're kind of going, wait, it doesn't matter what we do.
Yeah, but you can't do that. It's like everything else. You got to, when you go out the coach's door, right? You got to have the smile on.
Yeah.
You got to have a happy demeanour. Come on, let's go. We can do this, and let's practice. You know, practice makes better. Makes perfect. You know, we do this, and
then you close the door.
Prepared, and then after you've finished and you've been watching the same rubbish you've been seeing for too long, you shut the door and you're like, ah.
You have a little cry?
You're like, what chance have we got the weekend?
I'm just imagining him coming out with the fake smile on.
Oh, you've got it, aye. Well, I'll tell you where I got it from, Big Ron Atkinson. Big Ron, when I was at Sheffield Wednesday, we were about 4th, 5th bottom, Premier League, and we were struggling big time. And Big Ron came in, and every day he was up for it. And it made a difference. Because previously, everybody still had the shoulders down. But when he came in, you couldn't help but put your shoulders back a little bit. And so everybody did. And although the results at the weekend still weren't great, they were better because you felt better, and you sort of... He made us believe that if we put enough effort into it, we would get something out of it. And so when you believe that, then you'll keep going, you'll keep running. He won't stop running.
Until you close the door.
And yeah, I'm sure when he went in and shot his door, he'd be like that.
More experienced questions. For Shaka, as a goalkeeper, do you think Onana's pros outweighs his cons?
I think Onana. I still think Onana is a good goalkeeper. I think he's trying to be too much. He's trying to fill too many voids that Manchester United have. And the mistake he made is rather than trying to find his own footing, trying to establish himself first of all, he tried to be all things needed, and you dig yourself a hole when you try to do that. The quicker he figures out that let me just focus on me, and not worry about whether my defenders are defending or whether they're heading crosses out, let me just do what I do. I think the quicker he establishes himself, and then he can contribute to the defenders in that manner.
Ale, do you think Xavi is doing a good job at Barcelona?
Yeah, they won the league last season. They found a different way to win the league. It wasn't exciting, it wasn't explosive, but they defended well. It's something that Barcelona hadn't done up until that point, and they were a mess defensively. He came in and gave this team structure, identity. The identity of Barcelona seems to be back this season, although the defending is not quite there. They are attacking freely and open. Yeah, I think there are a lot of good things that Xavi's doing, and I think most of all, what he has given this team is a confidence that they did not have 2 years ago, and where they feel they can go into tough environments and win games, win them ugly, win them pretty, but win nonetheless. Whereas before Xavi took over, this team was all over the place.
Shaka, as the resident travel expert, are you excited to take the ferry from Spain to Morocco in 2030 and enjoy all three countries?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind experiencing the World Cup.
Especially if it's on ESPN's book.
Well, that's the only way that he's experiencing the World Cup.
Even better. Experiencing all this country. I've never been to Morocco, never been to Portugal, been to Spain. I'll put myself forward to just check things out.
Can I go with you, Shaq?
Do a site visit. I've only got space for one, Ali.
Well, and I am one. Just not a plus one. Just one. Just the one.
He's a Lone Ranger, isn't he?
My math's not that good.
Selfish.
The lone wolf.
My math not clearly from my top 10.
You're taking a horse with you, are you? I hope so bad. Wait.
I'm not sure how we got to horses.
The Lone Ranger, never mind. Before your time.
Yeah. All right.
They're very selfish, Shaq.
Is Ale disappointed that Paraguay got picked to be a 2030 World Cup host nation and not
Yes, he is.
Venezuela?
Yes, he is.
It show.
Short answer is yes.
100% yes, I am disappointed.
Yes, he is.
It's nonsense. It's what it is. Again, as I said in the show, Paraguay is a direct competitor to Venezuela for a spot to go into the World Cup. And because of charity, this is none other than charity and just doing favors for people. Paraguay get a direct pass to the World Cup, and everybody else who's competing for those spots in South America are looking around going, well, how come Paraguay is doing that? What is the connection of Paraguay to the 100 years of the World Cup? What? It was Uruguay, not Paraguay, Uruguay. What is the connection with Paraguay? There is no.
There's a
So
Guay.
there's only one. Let me get this right. There's only one, probably Brazil. They'll qualify. And after that, does anybody else get a chance? Is there a...
Well, there's the three that are going to be Uruguay, Paraguay, and Argentina.
Right.
And so I imagine that...
So Brazil's going to get... There's four.
That's four, and so it's 6 total, 7 with the playoff.
Wow.
Now you'll get an extra couple of spots, sure.
Wow.
No, so you're going to have 9 teams from South America in the World Cup?
There's 48 teams in the World Cup.
Yeah, but
everybody's going.
Right now it's 6.5 for South America. You're going to give 2 more, 8.5, so potentially 9 teams?
Venezuela still won't qualify.
Venezuela still won't.
Thank you. Thank you for your support, guys. Thank you. But yes, I am annoyed by this. This is only the only reason that I can think of as to why Paraguay is included in this is because the headquarters of CONMEBOL are located in La Asunción, the capital city of Paraguay. That's it.
So as you can see, he's taking it very well.
Yes.
Mbappe could not play as a centre-forward against Newcastle. Shouldn't this show Madrid he would not fit, since Vinny already plays in the same position? Osimhen would be a better fit, and he could still be a Galactico.
Is that for me?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. If you take the game against Newcastle as the deciding factor for what player you choose and what player you sign, then you choose nobody from PSG forever and ever, ever. They were horrendous, and Kylian Mbappe was at the core of that. He was horrendous. Disinterested, disengaged, couldn't care less, turning the ball over, not fighting, no spirit, no leadership. So if that's what we're taking the decision, if we're basing that decision on that particular game, then you take nobody from PSG.
Any thoughts?
No.
All right, next question. Nice one. Ale, Steve and Shaka, let me start with you, Shaka. Who's your favourite player in the world right now playing in the position that you did?
Ooh. Favorite player right now? I would have said, Courtois, because he's injured, but he's injured. Alisson, I'll go for. After that.
Okay. Stevie?
What position are we talking about?
I'm
being serious.
What was your favourite position to play?
Either left back or centre back.
Okay, let's take left back.
Right. You need to get back to me.
All right, we get back to you. Ali Moreno.
Erling Haaland, center forward. I think, yeah. Now and for the next decade, the answer would seemingly be Erling Haaland. As a goal scorer, that's what you want. The size, the speed, the strength, the power, the hunger for goals. You take everything that Erling Haaland does in the field, and if you're a young striker out there, you pay attention to all the things that I just mentioned and pay attention to his movement in order for him to get on the end of service as well.
No love
Still
for...
thinking.
I'm struggling.
Come back next week.
No love
I'm
for
struggling
Andy?
to... Somebody help me here. A complete...
No love
a
for
left back
Andy
that can go
Robertson?
forward and who can defend.
Andy Robertson?
Andy Robertson, yeah. Yeah.
I just
the only place for
Hang on,
Liverpool.
do
That's
you
all.
remember when Andy
Half-hearted,
Robertson
Stephen.
forgot, like he didn't, he was pretending that he didn't know who Stevie Nicol is just for the bants? Was that what Stevie was doing back to
Yeah.
there?
Yeah, sure.
Was that
Let's go with
Stevie
that.
paying
Yeah,
back?
well, I'll have him. I'll have him.
Oh, no, because I don't think Andy's been at his best recently. You did say right now, didn't you?
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
That wouldn't have been a good face to come out to your players with. Stevie.
After Andy... No, it wouldn't have been. After Andy... I can't think of anybody who...
Well, Andy will do. Andy will do.
We'll stick whatever answer you.
Yeah, whatever, Andy will do.
Ah.
What does a guy like James Ward-Prowse...
Turning into Thomas. Honestly, he's turning into Thomas.
Wow, see, now that's just
Hang on.
personal.
Hang on,
Give you a bit
hang
of
on.
advice.
Does Dan Thomas
Don't
bring
do
you
that.
chocolate on the regular?
Hold on, I didn't get any
Wait,
chocolate.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, but hang on, Stevie brings me chocolate on the regular.
Oh, wait a minute.
There's all kind of mixed messaging. I didn't get any chocolate from anyone.
All right, I'm talking about between 6 o'clock and 7:30 in the evening.
Right now, I'm talking about right now.
Right now, we're talking right now. Yeah, you're turning into Dan Thomas.
You know that's not a good thing, right?
Not a good
I
thing.
don't know.
No, it's not. We're telling you. Uncle Stephen, Uncle Ali, and Uncle Shaka are telling you. Right?
What?
Oh, yeah. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself.
All right, let's move on. What does a guy like Ward-Prowse have to do to get called up to England when Gallagher, Phillips, Stones and Maguire keep getting calls while not playing?
No chance. It's a bit like, what's his face in the Ryder Cup from Boston? What's the Boston
What's
man?
his
Keegan Bradley.
Keegan Bradley.
Oh,
Keegan Bradley. I was like, before the Ryder Cup teams came out, I thought, oh no, that Bradley's, because when he's played in the Ryder Cup, he's been great for them. He's like a European when he plays in the Ryder Cup.
He elevates his game.
Yeah, and he never got picked because he's not in the wee club. And that's the thing. He's not in the wee club, is he? They all treat him like a wee boy. That's what annoys me. Oh, he's done really well at Southampton and he's got great free kicks and he does really good. It's a really good move for him at West Ham. But you're not getting picked. I mean, it's like condescending.
What's Gallagher and Phillips done to, ahead
What's
of
Gallagher done?
those? I mean,
Seriously.
why I understand the point, but it's not comparison because it's such a different position. What's Gallagher and Phillips done then? It's anti-West Ham bias.
Quick question, okay? Did you have any idea who Keegan Bradley was?
Did I have any idea
before
who
coming
Keegan
in?
Bradley was? No. And I've not been on Global Sports Centre for a while, so I've not had to talk about golf either. Yeah, sorry, guys.
No, I'd say this is an all-inclusive broadcast.
I didn't have a clue either.
Thanks, Shaka. Thanks, Uncle Shaka.
At least you get chocolate. At least you get chocolate, so it's all right.
I didn't get chocolate
I ain't
either.
getting chocolate, and I don't know who Kieran Bradley is.
All right.
I've lost twice.
That will do it for the latest edition of ESPN FC. Be sure to join us tomorrow when the real Dan Thomas will be back.
Does he get chocolate?